are you? I thought I would drop in and do a Facebook Live this morning just for you because it's Friday and Friday's an amazing day. So if you join, make sure that you say hi. Because you know I love it when you say hi. And if you're watching later and you've got any questions, then let me know. All good. I'll just wait a couple of minutes. So this is something that I've been working on. I am fully booked until the end of the year now with client work, which is pretty awesome for coaching clients and picking up some consulting work as well. And I feel like I've definitely gotten into the groove. Um, I've definitely gotten into the groove of what it takes to pick up clients and keep them as well. So if you're watching, say hi. But otherwise, I'm just going to get straight into it. And yeah, and if you've got any questions, then just let me know. Drop them in the comments. So the first question that I'm going to ask you is, if you were the best at what you do, how would you operate differently? And this is a really big question, and it's one that I think is really important because I think a lot of times we do what we do because that's how we do it. And we know that we're not doing everything we could be doing or should be doing, yet we're kind of saying, well, why aren't the clients coming to me and why aren't I getting the business that I'm looking for? And this is a build as well. This isn't like, you start a business and all of a sudden, you're raining clients and money and I know Jess Rufus from Collaborasaurus jokes about this too, where she kind of thought as soon as she started Collaborasaurus that within 3 months she would be rocking the money. So I think it's about reality as well. So, hey Jen, how you doing? And so what I want to talk about is really operating at a different level. And that is really what it takes to build your business. Like I said, really think about if you were the best in your business at what you do, how would you operate differently? And I actually want you to go and I want you to write down what that looks like. So, if I was the best branding consultant, business and brand strategy consultant and coach in the business, then what would I be doing? I would be doing things like writing around thought leadership. I would be speaking at events. I would be running my own events. I would be out there networking with people that are my target audience. So this is what I mean by writing it down. I think sometimes we get asked a question, we go, yeah, I probably would operate differently. Well, actually go and write down what that operating differently might look like, and what are some of the things that you could be doing. So the first thing I want to say is that, so write down how you might operate differently. The second thing is your message. So, and I talk about this a lot, and I know I talk about it a lot, but I talk about it a lot for a reason. Hey Dan, how are you? Nice to see you. The reason that I talk about your message is because it's what connects people to you. So when I talk about brand, I talk about customer experience. I talk about, pressing the flesh and people really understanding what it is that you do and appreciating what you do and loving what you do and being connected to what you do. Um, and so that message is really key. The Connection Exchange is all about building your business brand and bottom line, and we provide consulting, coaching, training, and events. So really hone that so that you can continue to repeat it and people understand what you do. Because then when you are out there, people who you haven't even met but have followed you or who have seen you, they know what you do and they're like, you're front of mind. So when people think about building a branding strategy or a business strategy, I get people say, Suze, I know that we've never met or we've never spoken, but I know that this is something that you do. Can you help me? Can we work together? And I get a lot of people that I know, that I coach with, and I get a lot of people who I've never seen before. Hey, Kate, how you doing? And so just know that even when you talk about what it is that you're doing, there are people watching and that are listening and that are following you that you don't know about. And it's you continuing to build up that offering opportunity, information, help that they are going to, really that's going to help them along the way through that journey of just seeing you to actually now trusting you and thinking, yeah, you're the right person. So if you are on and if you can tell me what your business is or what kind of clients you're looking to attract, then that would be great as well. And maybe we can have a little bit of a brainstorm for you too. So make sure that you write down who the clients are that you would like to attract, and let's talk about that. So the first thing is really identifying how you need to operate at a different level if you were the best in the business right now and what that would look like. The second thing is around your message. So being really clear with your message. Everything you talk about is bang on with that message. And also how you're communicating it to your audience. Hey, Rosie, how you doing? Nice to see you. And how you're communicating that with your audience. The third thing is the distribution of it. So people talk about social media marketing and all that sort of stuff. The way that I look at it, that helps me, and whatever works for you, you've got to figure out. But I look at what my brand is. So what are my stories? What are my images? What's my look and feel? How do I want to communicate with people? What are my core messages? So this is the foundation of my business and what I do. And then social media and other channels are just the distribution of it. Okay, so how I put it out there, how often I put it out there, in what format I put it out there. Okay, hey Josephine. So Jen, I want to attract professional men and women who are moved into the entrepreneurial space to help change lives. Okay, great. So what do they need from you is my question as well. So who are you targeting and what is it that they're looking for? So for me, I'm targeting in the Connection Exchange women in business. In my consulting and coaching business, I actually coach men and women. So I've got those two different audiences as well. Hi, Jenny. Nice to see you. So think about, who you're trying to target and then what it is that they want. So people come to me because they want to get more visible with a brand that they're really proud of, and they want to understand exactly what their core message is, how it's going to relate to their audience, and how they can then put it out there in the right way. So I know exactly what they're looking for. So those are the messages I put out. Do you want to be more visible? Do you want to have a brand that you're really proud of? Do you want to know exactly what your message is? Do you want to be able to put that out consistently? So these are the questions that I'm asking. Yeah. So I'm asking people what it is that they want to be, because you're not selling the function, you're selling the outcome. Okay. So that's the other thing, is a lot of times, so if I was selling the function, I would say, I'm going to coach you, we're going to have a call every fortnight, I'm going to give you this, and then I'm going to give you that, and then we're going to do X, and we're going to do Y. And they're all like, okay, yep, great. And then I don't talk about what the outcome for them is. Yeah, so when I'm attracting people, the outcome for them is that they're going to love what they're putting out there. They're going to know exactly what they need to say, and they're going to know exactly who they need to say it to and in what forum. Yeah, so that's the outcome. And I'm going to make it easy for them to be able to do that. And so that's the thing. The other thing is the ease. So how are you making it easy for somebody? Have that like sitting somewhere around your desk on your computer. How are you making it easy for somebody to do what they want to do by using you? Yeah, because if you can't sell the benefit, then you're going to find it hard to find clients, is the bottom line. So, Kate, yeah, I'm a marketer, brand and social media specialist. I want to attract more clients who want me to provide strategy, the big picture thinking, and less implementation work. Okay, so then, Kate, obviously you need to be talking about when you're blogging, videoing, engaging with somebody, you have to talk to them about why that's important. So, and it's also about how you introduce yourself. So even when I was speaking to Bao from Rolled on Monday night, is that I was, when I spoke about what I did, I was so passionate about it. I'm like, I work with clients around brand strategy, really looking at how they can connect with their audience in a way that creates loyal followers. So I wasn't talking about, well, how I work with clients is I do X, Y, and Z. I'm talking about why I do what I do in order to get them the outcome that they want. So when you're talking about, doing social media specialists, attracting more clients, providing a strategy, so I can make your social media a breeze. By really understanding what your strategy is when it comes to your social media and your brand and your marketing, we can make it a really seamless, easy, consistent, and streamlined process. So you're selling the dream. Sell the dream, people. Sell the dream. So really, think about what the outcome of them working with you is going to be, and then talk to them about that. And so, Kate, if you're thinking about your content schedule or calendar as well, then write all of that down. What is the dream for my clients? And write down what that dream is. They want to be seen. They want to be, they want to feel confident. They want to be proud. They want to, not worry about their social media. And so then you can really start to create content around that. Sell the dream, baby. Sell the dream. So, yeah, so think about that too. So when I look at what I'm going to write and how I'm going to write it, I write down the dream and then I start to mind map what that means for people. And when people come to me and they talk to me about, their issues, and I've said this before on my website, if you go to like suzannechadwick.net, on my coaching website, when I talk about, do you feel like this? Do you feel like, for you, Kate, social media is really hard. You're not quite sure what to post. You don't know what content's going to resonate with your audience or whatever it is. Those words have come from clients. Those words have been conversations. I don't know how to build my business. I don't know how to put myself out there. I don't know how to understand what I'm going to do on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. And so I use that in my copy and I talk about it as well. When I'm having discovery calls with new clients, I also say to them, this is going to help you to know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, etc. Okay, so it's really around that language as well. Now I'm just going to check because there's a few questions as well. So Jenny, so we have to go back to the outcome and solution, not this is what I do for you and how I do it. Once you've solved the solution, then you talk to them about the how. Yeah, first you're talking to them about the why and the dream, and then you're going back to the how. Because once you've got them, so for example, I'll go back to sort of Val or any other clients that I'm working with, is that I'll say, I'll help you feel proud, be more connected, really nail your message. And then they're like, awesome, fantastic. How can we do that? I'm like, okay, well, here's 3 options. We can either do a 3-hour business and brand strategy session, which is X. Otherwise, we can work together for 90 days. And, depending what's your budget, etc. So you've already sold them on what you do, and then you sell them on how you do it. Yeah. So do you want to grow your business? Share your lovely self and your message on video and let people know, like, and trust you. So I'm talking to people who don't currently have any personal branding in video on their website, LinkedIn profile, etc. Yes. So Jenny, just with this as well, is that what you want to do is do the why. So it's the dream and the why that comes together. So the dream for my clients, as I said, is to be more visible, be really proud. Why? Because if you're not proud of your marketing and you're not proud of your branding and you're not clear on your message, you'll never put yourself out there in a way that resonates with your audience or really makes you play the bigger game that you want to play. Yeah, so that's the why. I can talk about the dream that you want and why it's important that you have it. And then I'll talk to you once you're sold on that as to how we'll do it. So Jenny, for you, video is the fastest growing medium on social media at the moment. in order for you to reach more clients, you need to be on video. So, because you want to attract more clients, connect with more clients, share your message to more people, and, you know, really get your brand out there. The quickest way for you to do that is by using video. And so video is really going to help you to ensure, because it's getting more views on Facebook, people are more likely to watch a video than they are to read something. And so by using video, that's really going to help your business and your brand to, you know, go into the stratosphere. And so you need to think about, and then once they're like, okay, well, obviously I need to be using video, then you're going to be talking to them about the how. So the way in which we can work together, I can make sure, you know, and you can do the whole information or quote that you get from people. I don't feel comfortable on video. I don't know how to use video. You know, I feel like it's too technical, etc. So always take a look at those objections and their concerns, their worries, their, you know, that sort of stuff as well. So really, I think it's also about crafting that message in a way that you can really talk about that with confidence and ease, and also pick up on the cues for what you need to talk about when in a conversation. Yeah. So I do say that staff just have to speak to more people. I'm helping people have the confidence to stand in front of the camera and be more visible, which is awesome. Yeah, I think the other thing as well, Jenny, and for anybody who's on here, is that because we're in it, we assume a lot of stuff. So, and what I mean by that is, you know, I assume that everybody understands about how brand works. I assume that everybody knows that if they don't have a brand that they're really proud of, they're not going to put themselves fully out there, because that's the world that I live and work in. But people who are out there, who are in business, who may not be as fully immersed in the entrepreneurial space as we are, may not know these things. So never assume that somebody understands what you understand as well. So really take it back to basics sometimes and really address their concerns so that they feel really comfortable that you get what they're on about. And then the other thing is that it's then talking about the why. The why is really important because let's talk about video. We all know that video is really important. I mean, I love video. I've been using it for years, and Facebook Live's awesome. It's great to connect and have these conversations. But somebody who's not doing it and is not in it does not know why it's important. So don't even assume that they understand the why. Like, of course, video is important. Well, somebody else, it's not important at all, and they don't get why they would use it. So just have a think about that as well. I know we've got the Exchange of Live coaching after this as well, Jen. But yeah, so think about that too. So you've got your message, think about your communication, and then it is about making the offer too. So really think about your products and services. So if I have been to a lot of websites where I have been looking for a specific person or a specific product or service, and I cannot find what I'm looking for. And I cannot find their services, I can't find prices, things like that. Now, pricing is very personal. It's up to you whether you put it on there or not. I'm really transparent, so I would rather somebody know what the price is and then make a decision that, yes, they're happy to work with me at that price. Otherwise, if it's not for them, then that's okay as well. So it's totally up to you whether you put that on. But creating ease or less friction for people to work with you is how you get clients as well. So if you don't have a single link where somebody can go and book a time to speak with you, then that's a problem. So make sure that you've got real ease of use in your business. So when they come to your website, can they sign up so that they can get more information from you? If they want to book a time with you, on your services page, where you've got the information as to how they can work with you and what your packages are and your services are, and if you want, your prices are. Hey, Joe, then is there a link there that they can click to book a time to actually speak with you? And it's a single click sort of easy way for them to do that. Because like I said, I've looked for people who I've wanted to work with before, and just have not been able to get in contact with them, see what they offer, book a discovery call. It's been really hard and I've clicked away. So they have lost a client in that moment. So really have a think about that as well. Just going to check the questions. Okay, great. Making the offer. The other thing is obviously, as Jenny said, yes, seeing more people, always the way. When I go and see more people, I get more clients. It's just the way that it works. Hey, Holly, how you doing? So definitely always take a look at how you can be getting out there more. So whether it's through Facebook Live or webinars or live workshops, what you want is an opportunity to converse with people, where it's a two-way conversation, where they can engage with you and ask questions, and have an actual conversation with you is really, really important. So if you're in a remote area and you really struggle to get to networking events, that's okay. You can still build your audience and build the dialogue and talk to people and let them get to know you through this process as well. Okay. And you can do that. The other thing is obviously events. So either going to events or running your own events. And I think the other thing that I found is that even though I speak in the corporate space, I hadn't done a lot of speaking in the entrepreneurial space. And so it made it a really easy decision for me to not only just put myself out there as a speaker, but then to run my own events to position myself, because you obviously have to position yourself as a thought leader and a leader in your space, or somebody who's just really freaking good at what they do in order to get clients, because you want to be that person that is top of mind when somebody's thinking about you and what you do. Hey, Margot. So think about that too. If you're really looking for opportunities and you're not finding them as far as being a speaker or getting your message out there, then just figure out how can you do it yourself. So Jane, us rural chicks have it hard networking and attending events. Facebook groups and Facebook Lives and YouTube are really valuable for country girls. Fantastic. And Jane, the thing is that, all you need to do, as I said, is really connect with people and have a conversation, because it then feels like you're building a relationship with them. And if you can be front of mind and connect with them on a regular basis, then that's just going to build it and make it stronger and stronger. So you definitely want to make sure that you're connecting. So I'm not even going to say going to events. I'm just going to say connecting with people. Online is really different. Like, obviously you can have conversations online, but you want to be talking, because it's like we did a video challenge ages ago in the Epic group, and even though we were chatting to each other online for ages, it was only when somebody did a video that people were like, oh my goodness, it's so nice to see you. I feel like I'm really connecting with you now. So don't underestimate the value of doing the visibility. You can blog and you can, write and you can, type in groups and that. But when you do a video, it takes your brand and the connection with people that you want to connect with to a whole other level. So if you take nothing else away from today, then take that away, okay? Make the time to connect in person like this. And if you're not comfortable with video, then I would say get comfortable and give Jenny a call. So have a think about how you're doing that as well. And the next thing is really about building a pipeline, and I know that this sounds, a lot of people are just like, I don't even get what that means. But think about how you're connecting with people and map it out. So, for example, somebody comes to the website, they sign up every week, they get an email from me. I invite them into the Epic group, and then I do Facebook Lives and we have a conversation like this. Hopefully they might be local and they'll come to an event as well. And then I'm making the offer. So I'm making the offer wherever I can. If you'd like to work with me as a business and brand strategy coach, then get in contact with me because of, and then I'll talk about the why it's important to have a great business and brand strategy, as well as the dream, sell the dream. I'm going to do jazz hands every time I say sell the dream now. And then the how of how they're going to work with you. So really think about that, and then taking a look at who is showing interest. And when I say showing interest, I'm talking about even a little bit of interest. Yeah. So if somebody says, oh, so Suze, okay, so let me take an example. So Val on Monday night from Roll, Suze, awesome. Sounds great. Would love to find out more about, maybe how we can work with you. Great. Get the card. I've got his card here. I will be emailing him later. Um, book a time in to have a chat. And the chat doesn't have to always end up in a sale. The chat is just a rung on the ladder to building a relationship with that person. Yeah. And then now they're in your funnel. And when I say funnel, I'm not talking about just sales funnel. I'm talking about really building that pipeline of connection. So we've met, we've had a great conversation. I'm now going to go and I'm going to speak to you about some of the stuff that I do. In that conversation, we may talk about how we can work together, etc. And then we'll see what happens from there. Now, if I don't hear from him in a week or two, then I might send him a little, hey, how's it going? Loved this thing I saw on Instagram for roles. Think about how you can continue to engage with people. The other thing that I do around pipeline or just keeping abreast of clients that are interested in working with me is in my CRM system. So if I gave somebody a proposal 6 or 9 months ago and they weren't ready at the time, but they kind of like, I'd really love to work with you, I can't do it now, then I go and I drop them a little email and I'll say, hey Sarah, how are you going? I know that we spoke last year about working together and I just wanted to touch base and see how you're doing. Yeah, no hard sell, no nothing, keeping front of mind, letting them know. So Kate, I'm using 17 hats, but I think that it works for me because I do coaching and the workflow in it, but there's a lot of others. So I know quite a few people use Insightly, which also integrates with Gmail. So take a look at that. I think it also integrates with Xero as well. So making sure that you've got a good CRM system that you can check, because I can see any of the quotes that I've provided that have not been accepted or that have expired. And so it sort of sits in my dashboard. So at any point in time, I think, I might just go over and say hi to that person. And I picked up 2 new clients not that long ago from somebody that came to a workshop, I think it was 2 years ago. And then about a year later, she emailed and said, I'd really love to do some speaking coaching with you. And then at the time, it didn't happen. And then she just came on board about 2 months ago. So a CRM system is really, really important to you continuing to nurture your sales funnel. Yeah. So think about that as well. And I'll put all of these into, when I finish load this video, I'll put all of these tips as well into the top of the email. So yeah, so if you've got any questions, let me know. If you want to tell me who your clients are or the people you're trying to attract, I can potentially give you some ideas as well. So just let me know. But those are really the core things that I want to say. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. But it's really important that you really understand what your message is and how you're putting it out there in a consistent way. The other thing is that sometimes we feel like we're banging the drum consistently. Like I've already said that. Oh, I don't want to say it again. And I feel like that too. But the thing is that it's about creating consistency of message with people so they know exactly what you're on about. And it's about also tapping into new people. So, Jane, I don't know that we've had a conversation before. So this has been a great opportunity for me to find out that you're in rural area and, and what you do, etc. So always think about the fact that even if you connect with 1 or 2 or 3 new people, that's all that matters. That's all that you want to do, because if you're consistently doing that, think about the number of people you're connecting with. So don't underestimate it, okay? So Melissa, graphic design clients and people who would like intuitive healing and work done. Okay, so obviously you need to just, got somebody at the door. That's always good, isn't it? Thanks, Kate. No. Okay, so Melissa, let me just answer your question now that I'm back on track, is that when it comes to graphic design as well, you need to just think about how you're putting it out there. So don't just put promos out there. Put out anything that you think is really impressive in regards to the work that you do, okay? And because you have to show people the best of what you do, and that comes from testimonials as well, and so really showcasing those and talking about. So, for example, Melissa, you might start talking about what it's like to work with a graphic designer, how to get the best out of a graphic designer, how you like to work, what are some of the pitfalls that people have when working with a graphic designer, what is the dream. The dream is that they have got a brand and graphics and designs that they love that really show and resonate with what it is they're trying to put out there. Okay. Um, and so that's the dream. And so what's the problem? The problem is that sometimes people work with graphic designers and don't get the outcome that they want. So really mind map and brainstorm the problem so that you can start to talk to people about how you can help them with that problem and what the solution is. If all you do is promo, then you're not actually giving people value and giving them the opportunity to connect with you. So always lead with the dream and the problem. And once you've given them those two things, they will come for the solution. That is how you convert clients. But you've got to be able to be out there connecting with people because people connect with people. I think that we've kind of gone into a stage where we think that people just connect with images or, you know, whatever, like a blog post, etc. Those are all tools, but it's not. There's no comparison to the real thing, which is you and me talking, and you and me getting to know each other, and me talking to you about your dream and your problems, and you feeling like I really understand what it is that you're trying to do. So don't underestimate the power of that, and think about it as well. Okay, I'm just going to quickly go and check for questions because I'm seeing a lot of comments come, but I think it was just because of the postman. Hang on one second. Okay, let me just see here. Okay. Hey, Melissa, how you doing? Willscroft. And that's the message is new to them, even though I feel like I repeat myself all the time. Yeah, Jenny, I feel like I repeat myself all the time as well, but you know something? They haven't heard it before. Okay, all good. So need to catch up with you, Kate. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Facebook Live. You got to love it. You know, we're real here. I've got a postman that comes to my house. Um, okay, I hope it's a big check. Oh, that would be nice, Dan, wouldn't it? I want to know what you bought online. I didn't buy anything. It was actually for my hubby. I don't know. I want to know what he's bought online, actually. Uh, need to book a time to see you. Yeah, Melissa, definitely you can book a time to see me as well. And I'll put the link in this Facebook Live where you can do a single click and go and book a time with me. See? Ease of engagement as well. So I'm going to put all this down. So let's just do a quick recap before I head off because I've actually got a live coaching call coming up as well with my Exchanger Academy. So if you haven't joined the Exchanger Academy, which is masterclasses and coaching and discounts to events, then you need to get onto that. Okay, so let's recap what we're doing. Hubby's in Stripe. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. He can buy what he wants. And you learning about what you do. That's great, Danielle. I'm glad that you're getting new learning. You know, you've always got to be looking at how you can consistently help your community and, you know, see what else you can provide to them. Because once again, you know what you know and you assume everybody else knows that too, but they don't. So really think about how you can help people. Okay, so the first thing that we talked about was if you were operating as the best person in your marketplace, how would you work differently? Think about that. That can come under investment as well. So how are you investing in your business to really help you grow what it is that you're doing? So think about that. If you were the best person in your industry, how would you operate differently? Are you bang on with your message? Do you know crystal clear what your message is, what you're here to do, who you're here to help? Are you able to communicate it? So what did we talk about? We talked about knowing the why and selling the dream. Sell the dream and know the why, which is the problem as well. Okay, and then you can talk about the how. The next thing was making the offer. Make the offer. It doesn't have to be salesy and sleazy. Be gorgeous and amazing and make the offer whenever you can. connect. So I had go to events, but if you can't because you're rural or you're at home with kids or whatever, just connect, you know. And I mean, when I had my new baby, when Sean was just a baby, I was doing some work. And when she was sleeping, I was on Skype meetings with people as well. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I get that as a mum. But think about how you can be connecting. So I'm going to challenge you all, ladies. If you've got a business Facebook page, I want you to start doing Facebook Live and just do a really quick one the first time. If you haven't done it before, write down some points. Let me tell you how I prepare, and I've showed you this before. I literally just wrote down what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or so points, and I've been talking to you about them. I haven't done a big prep, but I always do a small prep for Facebook Live because I want you to get value out of it, and I want you to see you, Kate. Nice to see you. Need to catch up with you as well really soon. But I do a small prep so that I'm really giving you the value that I want to give you. Make sure I don't forget any points. So if you've got a business page, I would really encourage you to start talking about what it is that you're passionate about, you know, the why, the dream, the problem, and start getting it out there. Do your first one and you'll get really comfortable with it. So connect. If you want to give yourself your own platform, then run your own events. Build your pipeline through nurturing people who have shown an interest. They don't have to have booked in with you. They just have to have shown an interest in potentially working with you, and then nurture those relationships. Just because you gave somebody a quote or, spoke to them a year ago, doesn't mean you can't connect with them again. Even as I'm saying that, I'm thinking about somebody that I'm like, I need to connect with her again. And then the last thing is just consistency. Try and create consistency. I struggle with this myself. I'm putting my hands up because I'm juggling a lot of stuff like most of you are, but I'm really trying to put some things in place in my business to ensure consistency is going to start happening from next year onwards. And I'm just outsourcing to ensure that I'm getting some consistency in the business where I need to. So, Winch, hi Em, how you doing? Hey Suze, how do you connect your calendar to 17 Hats? So 17 Hats connects to my Google Calendar as well. So that's, yeah, so you just go in and it connects with that. So yeah, but just in regards to that, so 17 Hats, I manage my client projects and my coaching, and then I use Timely mainly for my calendar. Which also sort of connects in as well. So when a client books in a time to see me, then they do it through Timely. But when we do all of the coaching formalities and my project management of the pipeline and the sale, then I do that through 17 Hats. You know, so yeah, I've got another business idea around a CRM that does everything that I want it to do, but I just don't have time for that now. So ladies, I'm going to head off in a minute. So if there's any other questions, then let me know. If you've got any questions and you want to put them in the comments after this, then that's fine as well, and I'll try and come back to you on it. But yeah, have a great day, and I hope that was helpful. I'll go and add all the key points at the top of this video once it's posted. I wasn't sure about getting the discovery into 17 Hats. Thank you. Yeah, so I use Timely, and they've got a little calendar, and I'll put that link in as well so you can see it, and people can book in directly with me there too and see all my other services, which is another really good thing because then they can see what else they can do with me potentially as well. So I'll put my Timely link in and you can go and check that out. And if you want to book in a session, then you can do that too. All right, ladies, have an awesome day, and I will speak with you very, very soon. Thanks so much for joining me live. Loved having you on. Loved all the comments and the questions. I'll speak to you later. Bye.